Welcome back. Joining us this week in studio, we're delighted to have Lieutenant Ryan Frashure and a very special guest. Everyone meet Comfort. Hi, Comfort.
Kristen's been waiting for this all week.
I'm so excited.
So excited.
And
So is he.
I know when you have Comfort out of it, there you are. Everyone loves to see Comfort out and about in events, and I would love to get the background on Comfort. Where'd you get him?
Yeah.
And he's of course a yellow lab. How old is he?
Comfort is a 2-year-old yellow lab. He'll be 3 at the end of this month on November 28th. And we got Comfort from an organization called Canine Companions for Independence, or CCI. They're a nonprofit organization, and they train full service dogs. So he's been in training since he's been 8 weeks old. He was born at their headquarters in Santa Rosa, California. And what happens is once they're bred and born, they get flown to the different regions throughout the United States where their organizations are. So he was flown to Long Island, New York. And once they get to New York, they have puppy raisers that actually volunteer. This organization has these puppy raisers that volunteer their time, and they'll raise the puppy for the first about a year. And they teach the dog the basics, socializing, house training, things like that. And
That's a job?
That's actually a job, yeah. So they volunteer their
We
time.
need to train you in
I'm going to be
socializing.
a puppy raiser.
Yeah, sit. Yeah, sit, good boy, sit.
Aw.
Yeah.
So tell us some examples of the events that Comfort's at and what he does.
Yeah, so
I'm guessing his name kind of portrays what he does.
yeah, so we use Comfort for a variety of things. His main goal is for community outreach. He's a community-oriented dog, so we really use him to go out into the public, into schools, and to bridge the gap between the community and the police department. And for that, he's done an excellent job. He's been very successful at that. But that's basically what we do. We hit community meetings, we hit community events, we go to schools and do cafeteria canine events.
What's that?
So it's where we'll just go to schools and hang out with kids. It's a great opportunity to interact with kids. And the kids love it because it's a police dog that they can interact with, because they can't do that with our other dogs. So since he's meant to interact with people and be very friendly.
Yeah, I've tried
Speaking
to
of-
interact with the
I
canines.
know, yeah, me too.
So,
Speaking of, how does Comfort do around those pups?
Yeah, Comfort's fine around other dogs. We don't associate him with our other canine dogs that are in the police department. He does nothing that's police oriented. He doesn't smell drugs. He doesn't smell bombs. His job is to get pet. So we don't interact with our other dogs. The trainers at CCI have a really good word that describes these skilled dogs, and that's marshmallows. So they're so submissive and they're so friendly
I
that
like
being around
that.
other aggressive dogs, they would just take advantage of how submissive he is.
Marshmallows.
He's very shy.
and you have to be a yin or a yang as a dog to fulfill a purpose.
Sorry.
Like the canine dogs, they have a specific mission and they just have to have a different mindset.
Correct. Yeah, they're very alpha. They have a specific mission. They're trained to find drugs, find people, find bombs. When these dogs are bred specifically for this organization to assist people that are in need.
I mean, and unfortunately, we've seen this come up a bit, national news, where there have been events that have occurred and they've brought dogs like Comfort in
Right.
to provide comfort. So I think that the need is definitely there. It's wonderful, all the events that you're doing. Now, Comfort also does some tricks. Am I
Correct.
right?
Yeah. So he's trained as a full service dog. As he was going through his training, they didn't know who he would be paired with, whether he'd be paired with someone that had mobility issues or whether it was someone with autism. So they weren't sure. Once he got through his graduation, that's when he was paired as a facility dog with us. So he's trained as a full service dog. He knows over 50 commands. He can turn lights on, turn lights off. He can pick things up if you drop them. He can open doors. He can close doors. So everything that he does, every command that he knows is driven for a specific purpose. So for instance, a tug could be used to tug open a door or to tug someone's socks off or to help someone get undressed if they have mobility issues.
Okay.
So every
I'm telling you, that's
command that he
impressive
has.
to me. I love watching that.
Yeah, every command that he has serves a purpose. So it's very unique. It's a great tool for the police department. Again, they're a nonprofit organization. The dog was absolutely free for the police department. So for our organization thinking outside the box for another way to relate to our community and have good community relations, it was a no-brainer for us. It's a great organization. Their website is cci.org. You can go on their website and you can check them out to donate or to volunteer to be a puppy raiser. Or if you think that that you would be a good,
Not yet.
yeah, or if you think you'd be a good candidate for, for needing a service dog or know someone that needs a service dog, that's a great way to get started, and they can answer all your questions, and certainly they'll do whatever they can to help you out. It's a great, great organization.
What are the rules? Like, I always see people with service dogs, and I see people talking about the certification process and all this stuff. I mean, are there rules about if you can have a service dog?
Yeah, it's gotten very popular, throughout the last couple of years, especially when you start throwing therapy dogs in the mix there. So, but there's a lot of certain laws and a lot of certain rules. So the ADA states that a service dog is a dog that performs a certain service. So that's kind of such a broad statement. It could be anything. So if you have a dog that makes you feel better, that's where we start seeing a lot of the therapy dogs and stuff. So, so it's kind of tough. So for people that really need service dogs to get around, for mobility issues, people that are in wheelchairs, or they need these dogs to survive, it certainly makes things difficult for them if they go to a grocery store to do their shopping and they're dependent on their dog to do jobs or do a certain task, and then they're distracted by another dog that shouldn't be in the store, but someone says that they are allowed to be in the store because they're a therapy dog or whatever service that they may provide. It certainly has a drastic effect on how effective that dog can be to help the individual that needs the help. So, so we just certainly ask that if people have service dogs, to make sure that they're treated properly. It's pretty obvious to see when there is a service dog. I mean, this is what a service dog's trained to do. Yeah. So, we were talking earlier and we said that the best compliment you can get when you have a service dog is for somebody to say they didn't even realize the dog was there.
They were there.
So if you're in a restaurant, if you're in a store and there's a dog that's barking or eating off the floor or doing certain things, odds are it's probably not a legitimate service dog. So again, that may be something that you want to talk with the owners. But that's just some of the things that he can do. He's been great for the police department so far. We're the only police department, on the East Coast that has a specific facility dog for community relations, and it's really taken off. Other departments has seen Comfort on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and seen how successful it's been. So we've gone to several different police departments and done presentations for their command staff because they're interested in getting a facility dog as well, and in the application process to get a dog through Canine Campaigns for Independence. So it's been great.
That's fantastic.
Great. And I'm getting dog hair all
Krista, you are
over me,
getting
and
dog
I
hair
don't even
covered.
care. I don't care. Now, can I request Comfort for a special event in the community, like a fair, a festival, movie night at my house on a Saturday?
Good try again.
Sorry.
Good try.
Yeah, we're certainly available. We love to come to all community events. We get very busy, and so we have to fit in our schedule, and we really hate to tell people no.
Right.
But so we would certainly encourage people to call. They can call 410-222-8700. That's our office. And speak to us, and we'll certainly get it on our calendar, and we'll stop out and say hi and make sure everybody has a good time meeting Comfort.
Love
Awesome.
it. Well, Lieutenant, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for bringing sweet, sweet Comfort and
Thank you for having us.
What a
Canine
good boy.
candidates for
Good boy.
independence. Yes,
Yeah.
make sure you check out the website again, which is
CCI.org.
I.org. Donate, find out how you become a puppy raiser. And Comfort's available if the calendar allows for public appearances.
He's very busy.
Ooh, bless
see?
you. On that note, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more Week in Review right after this.